Welcome back, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is our very first video of CyberGPT Pulse for 2025, and we couldn't be more excited to kick off the year with all of you.
Absolutely. And Happy New Year, folks. Ilyas, can you believe it? Another year, another round of exciting cybersecurity developments. And let's not forget the New Year resolution people probably want to stick for maybe about 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's correct. 2 weeks is ambitious in our world, but jokes aside, today we are diving into a topic that's already making waves in security community. The proposed changes to the HIPAA security rule for 2025. So, Amir, where should we start here?
Yeah, let's start with the big picture. For those unfamiliar with HIPAA, that is Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, has been a cornerstone from a long time for protecting patient information in US for decades, and now a couple of proposed updates were given in December to modernize security rules to address reality of post-pandemic world, specifically from AI-driven and cloud-centric world. So yeah.
Right. And about a time, like honestly, the healthcare industry has seen exponential growth in the adoption of telehealth services, wearable medical devices, and other tech-driven solutions as well. So, but the flip side is an increase in attack surfaces. So these updates seem to acknowledge that new threat demands and new protections in place.
Exactly. So one of the headline of change is removing the distinction between required and addressable. Implement earlier it was just more phone focus on whether it is required or addressable. Right now, all these specification will be mandatory with few limited exceptions.
So yeah, that's a big shift, honestly. It ensures there's no room for ambiguity in compliance. So another standout update is the requirement for a comprehensive technology asset inventory and network map. And also adding to it, the organizations will need to document the flow of electronic protected health information
Yeah.
(EPHI) across their system annually or whenever there's a significant change.
Yeah, right. So it doesn't stop there. Risk analysis requirement are getting a new overhaul. Organization must conduct detailed written assessment that will be identifying threat vulnerability and risk level for each system. So this kind of a new push in healthcare.
Yeah, that's much more specific than before. I also noticed the emphasis on real-time threat detection and incident response, where organizations will need documented plans for restoring critical system within 72 hours and testing those plans regularly.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. Focus on documentation is one of the main thing which I notice in the in the whole update. And yes, they are even mandating vulnerability scan every 6 months and penetration testing annually. It clear the focus is clearly shifting the focus from reactive to proactive security measure.
Right. What else? Speaking of proactive, so encryption is another key focus again. So the proposed rule require encryption of EPHID, or like electronic PHI, both at rest and transit. So with quantum resistant algorithm, has put in place, encouraged basically to use it.
Yeah, so encryption has been already always a major role in cybersecurity, and in the current HIPAA, it has been already encouraged for EPHI, but the update is pushing toward the mandate of using stronger algorithms, which feels like a direct response to quantum computing looming threat. The update suggests moving from the traditional encryption method to the quantum resistance one. So this is a clear message to future-proof the systems.
Right. The another big update that caught my eye is the focus on incident response and recovery plans, where organizations will now need to demonstrate not just compliance but resilience. So they are required to simulate breaches and show that they can recover quickly while minimizing downtime.
Yeah, so sort of companies need to work on their tabletop exercises, I think. So yeah, um, right there, there have been also ties into proposed changes about third-party risk management. Covers entities must also assess and report the security posture of their business associate, and this also a level to the accountability throughout the entire supply chain, which is one of the need of the hour from past couple of years, which we have been seeing in the industry.
Right, that's critical. We have seen too many breaches happen because of weak links. So in third-party systems, and speaking of accountability, I noticed the updates include steeper penalties for non-compliance. So it seems they are really trying to incentivize organizations to take these rules seriously.
Yeah, for sure. And those penalties are being planned for multiple levels, which are not clear which level, what will be the levels. But setting the penalty aside, these changes also emphasize on education and training. Cybersecurity isn't a IT department issue anymore, so it need to be always stressing on the everyone's responsibility factor. So mandating annual training program for all the employees, just not just for the technical roles. Which these are a couple of stuff which are new things added to the HIPAA as an update.
Right, that's a smart move actually. Human error remains one of the most significant vulnerabilities at this point in cybersecurity, um, um, especially in sectors dealing with sensitive data like healthcare. So even with most advanced security technologies in place, um, there are individuals can't inadvertently expose systems to risk through actions like falling for phishing attacks, misconfiguration security settings, or mishandling of sensitive data. So, by acknowledging these human errors as a persistent vulnerability emphasizes that the need for the need for robust training, awareness programs, and automated security measures can minimize the reliance on individuals. So, let's say for an AI and ML, so this is getting a traction. It's always been a buzzword in industry for quite some time now. So in healthcare
Mhm.
workflows, the inclusions of AI and machine learning provisions in healthcare workflows under new regulations addresses the growing use of these technologies in managing patient data and as well as the healthcare processes. As AI becomes integral to healthcare right now, but particularly in handling protected health information, PHI, the rule mandates that AI system must be transparent, meaning they have to be ensured that working of AI algorithms are clear, understandable and explainable, so which is crucial and trustworthy again. But for example, let's say if AI system makes a decision regarding patient care, it should be possible to trace how and why the decision was made. So when you like and coming to like an auditable thing, like regular audits, like I'm pretty sure most of the healthcare industries don't follow the audit standards. So regular audits are essential to ensure AI system remains compliant with regulatory standards and the behavior aligns with ethical as well as legal requirements. So that provides a safety net to detect and correct potential issues that could arise in AI driven decision making process. And like that's like in essence, like these provisions aim to protect patient data, while promoting the integration of advanced technologies into healthcare. So ensuring that both the technological and human components are managed securely and ethically.
Absolutely. So, you rightly pointed out the rise of AI-driven diagnostic and decision-making tools. So, if from past decade, doctors are already using robotic arms, but right now we are seeing a transition from not just using robotic arm, using remote surgery systems where at one side patient is there, and the doctor is totally placed in a different geographical position. So in this system, the compliance is even more required because any security breach can just will be a very life-threatening event. So audit need to be done. It need to be done and need to be taken more serious with a significant step forward. And let's not overlook the part about real-time monitoring. So as in the example which I post, the real-time monitoring will detect any malicious activity in the remote network while the surgery is going on. Even a millisecond lack in the surgery can be a detrimental for the patient. So these kind of real-time monitoring need to be even more modular, even more faster. So this emphasize on use of a newer tool to detect and mitigate threats as they are happening, not after.
Right, absolutely. Real-time monitoring is indeed a game changer in the cybersecurity landscape at this point. So by continuously, analyzing the system activities, abnormalities, and data flows, real-time monitoring enables any organization to detect potential breaches, suspicious behavior as soon as they occur. So this proactive approach allows security teams to make immediate actions, often stopping a breach before it escalates or cause significant damages. And also there are a few key advantages as well, like, for real-time monitoring, which is immediate detection and response, which is going to reduce the response time. So the quicker the threat is detected, the faster the security team can respond. So this minimizes the response time, the minimized response time helps in containing um, incidents before they spread or compromise sensitive data. And also, and coming to the forensic capabilities. So, in the event of breach, real-time monitoring tools capture detailed log and activity records as well. So, providing valuable data for post-incident analysis. So, this can help identify the root cause of breach and prevent future incidents. So, overall, yeah, it's a sign of the industry is indeed shifting towards a more proactive stance, anticipating and mitigating threats before they become full-blown breaches.
Yeah, of course, I totally agree on that. So, from data protection to data loss, DLP, so data loss prevention, or the whole cycle of data need to be taken care of, because with the empowerment of patient from various perspective, which is also in added in the update, that now the personal health information is more easily accessible by the patient as well as the required partners. So this there will be another third party issue with the hospital partners being shared with the PHI based on the for providing better transparency. Maybe the patient is looking for a second opinion, or maybe is being referred from one hospital to another. So the access need to be more transition. This is added to the system. So practically this is a good thing. But from cybersecurity perspective, this add to much more focus on data protection. So the data in the transit and in the migration need to be protected, whether be it is through the cloud or through any other perspective from file to file. So the log need to be saved in correct RDS or any secure database system. So from the perspective of hospital, the management of the data need is getting even much required priority now. So yeah, better transparency will be there, but the data protection need to be taken care of in much better fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. So patients deserve to know how the data, is handled and have to have confidence that's protected. So before we wrap, so let's touch on timeline. So when do we expect these changes to take effect?
Yeah, so the final rule. So right now, this is a proposal. As the new inauguration of the government will be happening, we will be seeing the proposal will be debated and accepted. And after that, once this has been published later this year, with the compliance deadline will likely be late 2026 from our experience in past. So organization should also start right now preparing to avoid any scrambling in the last minute.
Yeah, that's a good advice actually. So preparation is the key, huh? So and with that, we will bring today's episode to a close. So thank you to our listeners for starting 2025 with us. So remember, cybersecurity is not a sprint again. So it's a marathon. So you enjoyed today's episode. Please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit from these insights.
Well said, Ilyas. So until next time, stay secure, stay informed, and we will catch you later next in the next episode. Take care, everyone.